Up this week, this is my healthy, vibrant, super tasty chicken biryani. So as with a lot of curry dishes, there's a lot of ingredients going on here, and this is my interpretation of the dish. So we have got 3 large chicken breasts just cut into chunks. I'm just gonna chuck them into our bowl. So spice-wise, we have got 1 teaspoon of ginger, 2 teaspoons of garam masala, 1 large teaspoon of chili paste, 1 teaspoon of flaked chili seeds, 1.5 teaspoons of ground coriander, and again 1.5 teaspoons of turmeric. And then I'm gonna give that a good drizzle of olive oil, and again really give that a good mix round. Make sure those flavors are all combined, and then we're gonna go in there with a cup of natural yogurt. A really good mix round. And that is your basis for your marinade for the actual chicken itself. Now a little bit of acidity in there, we're gonna go in there with half a lemon. Just squeeze that through your fingers. While that's marinating, we're gonna get on with our onions. So 1 white onion, nice and finely sliced. Then you get yourself a pan up to heat. Into there, a good drizzle of oil. And we're gonna add our onions straight to the pan. Now you can use shallots on this, whichever you wanna use. I'm just using white onion. So with the onions themselves, you're trying to get that beautiful caramelization, that browning of the onions, so they're really nice and crispy. So you can just sprinkle them over the top of the curry at the end. Season, so a little bit of salt, and keep them moving around the pan as you get to go really nice, dark brown. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that lovely sort of caramelized finish. So not quite burnt, but almost. So they're just going nice and crispy. You're gonna transfer them off the heat. We're gonna use them later on. Now, to actually make our sauce ourselves, I'm gonna go in with another 1 onion, again, into our pan. So spice-wise for this, we have got 3 cloves of crushed garlic. We've got 2 teaspoons of garam masala. We've got a few curry leaves, and we've got about 1 centimetre of grated ginger. That can all go in. I'm gonna use half of a red chilli. I'm gonna use seeds as well. That is totally optional because obviously you've got the chilies in the marinade itself, so it's not really needed. I just like an extra bit of kick to my curry. Okay, we've got some herbs now. We have got some coriander with the roots. I'm gonna give them a really good chop up. That can go straight in. And I've got about 7 or 8 mint leaves. Again, just gonna give them a little chop up into the dish. So we're gonna season a good pinch of salt and another half of the lemon. Now the onions are starting to break down, we're gonna add some of our tomatoes. So I've got 2 cups of roughly chopped tomatoes. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of sweetness through here. So I've got 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. Add a small splash of water, about half a cup. Right, there's a bit of colour on there now. Let's go in with our chicken. Now traditionally the biryani is quite a dry curry. So what I've done is I've increased the actual yogurt load in there because I prefer just to have a little bit of sauce. If you prefer it dry, half the quantities of yogurt. So you're gonna leave that to cook for around 15 to 20 minutes until it's halved in size. Meanwhile, we're gonna get on with our rice. Now, into a big pan, I've rinsed off some rice here for around 20 minutes. I'm just gonna get that up to heat. So lid on, and you're gonna leave that to simmer for around 10 to 15 minutes. Now, while the rice and the chicken are cooking away, I've just got some milk here, and around 10 or 15 strands of saffron. I'm just gonna give that a good mix round. You can see there, that's gonna start going that beautiful yellowy color. Off for our lid. Rice is completely cooked, it's taken on all the water. We're just gonna pour over our saffron milk, some of our fried onions, and then into our main pan, you can see how much thicker that sauce has gone. So we're gonna add in some almonds. I've gone for around 4 or 5 tablespoons, and around 4 or 5 tablespoons of raisins as well. So we're gonna add in a small scattering of our coriander and mint, and then that is gonna go straight into our rice. On with the lid. Gonna leave that 5 to 6 minutes just to absorb some of that milk, and then we're gonna serve this one up. Off with our lid. Now what I like with this sort of dish is, I actually kind of like the rice to go a little bit crunchy, almost get a char to it at the bottom of the pan. So let's go for a good generous portion of this onto our plate. We're gonna finish this off with a scattering of our coriander, and then our beautiful fried onions, 2 beautiful boiled eggs, totally optional again, and a side of some yogurt. I mean, how good does that look? I mean, that is packed full of flavour, and you can just taste how much fresher it is when you cook this yourself. Now, if you do recreate this one, hashtag me as Haste Kitchen as always. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week. Cheers then, bye-bye.